Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. We are from group 13. We will explain the material about Banjaris culinary. The members of group 13 are me, Normalia Sari, and Salsabila Faujiah. Alright, the first material will be explained by me. Banjaris culinary is the cooking tradition and cuisine of Banjar people of South Kalimantan in Indonesia. Banjarmasin has many distinctive and unique culinary, the likes which then become prey for many tourists. The culinary sector is also one of the business opportunities in this province, and this culinary can only be enjoyed by the Banjar people, but also by tourists who come there. There are 5 examples of traditional Banjarese food. Number 1 is Soto Banjar. Soto Banjar is a typical food of the Banjar tribe from South Kalimantan. Soto Banjar is the most famous food in South Kalimantan, which is unique both in terms of presentation and taste. The combination of spices such as cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves has a fragrant aroma, and the main ingredients consist of chicken and diamond-shaped rice cakes in pieces. In addition to Soto Banjar, there is also Banjar soup, where the difference is in its presentation. If soto is served with diamond-shaped rice cakes, and then the soup is served with steamed rice. Soto Banjar can be easily found in Banjarmasin City, Banjarbaru City, and other districts in South Kalimantan Province, even outside of South Kalimantan. The name Soto Banjar itself is taken from the name of the majority tribe that inhabits the South Kalimantan region, namely the Banjar tribe. However, there is also another version that states Soto Banjar was brought by the Mak army when assisting the Banjar kingdom. And number 2 is Mandai. Mandai is a typical Banjarese food made from cempedak fruit, or people call it tiwadak. Maybe not many people know the cempedak fruit, because this fruit can be only be found in a few areas such as Kalimantan, Sumatra, Sulawesi, Maluku, and Papua. Cempedak fruit has a shape like a jackfruit but in small size. The flesh of the fruit can be consumed directly or by processing it first. Mandai itself is process of cempedak skin that has gone through a fermentation process. Mandai is very popular among the people of Kalimantan, especially the Banjarese people. To make a delicious mandai, the skin of the cempedak used must come from the ripe cempedak fruit. The skin used from the cempedak fruit is the inner skin that looks like a cork. Cut the inside of the cempedak skin, soak in salt water for 3 days or a month. The longer mandai is stored, the more sour the taste will be. The distinctive taste of mandai is suitable to be eaten with warm rice. The next typical Banjarese food is Katupat Kandangan. Katupat Kandangan is typical culinary from Kandangan, Hulu Sungai Selatan Regency, South Kalimantan Province. People consume it on special occasion, and it can be easily found in Banjarmasin or other cities in South Kalimantan. This leads Katupat Kandangan to be considered a culinary icon of Banjarmasin. Katupat Kandangan is served with diamond-shaped rice cake, dosed with a spice sauce, and then served with stripped snakehead fish or eggs. For local people, Katupat Kandangan has to be eaten with stripped snakehead fish. They say that there is no Katupat Kandangan unless it is eaten with thin stripped snakehead fish. The name Kandangan itself is derived from Kandangan, an area in South Kalimantan that produces striped snakehead abundantly. For Banjarese people, Katupat Kandangan and striped snakehead fish are eaten with Banjar-style soup using hands without a spoon. It is believed that eating Katupat Kandangan in this style results in incorrect sensations. And then Baubar Patintis is typical Banjaris food. The Banjarmasin area has many rivers, so the typical food of Banjarmasin is dominated by seafood, one of which is the Baubar patin fish. This culinary type is catfish that has been cut into pieces and then given Banjar special spices. Then the marinated fish is wrapped in a banana leaf and grilled over low heat. The taste is unique, not too sweet but also savory. The distinctive aroma of banana leaves and taste make this Baubar patin fish the choice of many travelers when visiting the city of Banjarmasin. Some of the spices used in the process of making Baubar patin fish are shallots, garlic, hazelnut, turmeric, ginger, cayenne pepper, red chilies, lime juice, bay leaves, galangal, lemongrass, lime leaves, salt, brown sugar, coconut milk, and tamarind water. This Banjarmasin local cuisine is very delicious and best eaten with steamed rice and fresh basil. Another processed fish food that is no less delicious than Baubar patin is gangan paliat. Gangan paliat is a dish of the people of Tabalong. The name Paliat comes from the village where this food comes from, namely Paliat Village, Kelua District, South Kalimantan. At first glance, gangan paliat looks similar to opor. The texture of the gangan paliat gravy is thicker than the usual opor. Gangan paliat is made from thick coconut milk and spices of turmeric, ginger, candlenut, salt, mixed with delicious and fresh cover lime. This menu is made with baung fish as the main ingredient. However, sellers can replace it with snakehead fish, catfish, or prawn. Alright, I think that's all for my explanation about Banjaris cuisine. The next material will be explained by Salsabila Fauzia. Salsabila Fauzia, the time is yours.
All right, thank you, Norma Sari. The next is Banjaris cakes. Banjar has many types of cakes known as Wadai 41, such as Bingka, Bingka Barandam, Kararaban, Kikicak, Bulungan Hayam, Kelelapon, Cingkarok Batu, Wajik, Apam, Undi-undi, Untuk-untuk, Sarimuka, Wadai Balapis, Cincin, Cucur, Lamang, Cakodok, Laguduh, Ronde, Lat Sapi, Garigit, Sasagun, Lupis, Pais Pisang, Hintalo Karuang, Wadai Satu, Gincil, Bubur Baayak, Bubur Sagu, Surabi, Putri Salad, Pais Sagu, Sari Panganten, Dadar Gulung, Agar-agar Habang, Wadai Gayam, Mamparan Tatak, Pundut, Ipau, Gagatas, and last Pais Walu. Next. And di sini saya akan menjelaskan kembali mengenai Wadai 41 yang sudah dibahas sebelumnya. 41 cakes were historically a traditional of the Hindu community during the Dipa Kingdom in Hujung Tanah, now South Kalimantan, which are a ring for the spirits of nature's inhabitants so as not to interference with human life. 41 in Hindu society describe sacred or holy numbers, describe 40 days of fasting and 1 day of Hindu community holidays. So there are 41 days in total. As time goes by and the majority of people are Muslim, Wadai 41 is usually available at religious events, traditional events such as wedding. And when approaching the months of Ramadan until Eid al-Fitr, these cakes are widely sold as takjil for breaking the fast. This cake have color elements that describe the daily life of Banjar people, such as white symbol, godness or purity, red symbolizing courage, green color symbolizing prosperity, and yellow symbolizing glory. For all colors, these colors symbolizing the harmony of life. The first one is Wadai Bingka. Bingka is the most popular of Banjar traditional cake because it has a sweet, light, and soft texture with brownish yellow color due to the roasting process. Bingka is made of flour, sugar, eggs, and potatoes. Bingka cakes has a distinct face shape that resembles of flower buds. However, there are also round shapes, and the flowers buds resembling of the shape of a kambang goyang. Jadi kambang goyang itu berbentuk bulat yang biasa terdapat pada perhiasan pernikahan masyarakat Banjar, like that. Yang ini namanya itu kambang goyang. Kambang goyang sendiri juga ditemui pada aksesoris kepala dari pakaian adat Banjar, dan jadi salah satu judul lagu khas Kalimantan Selatan, yaitu ciptaan Anang Briansyah yang berjudul Kambang Goyang. Next. Next, please. History of Wadai Bingka. From the historical story of the Banjar people, the recipe of this cake was made by Putri Junjung Dwi, which was served only to the nobles. But now, siapa saja dapat menikmati kue bingka ini. And in the past, this bingka cake only had 2 flavors, potato and tapai. But now, this bingka cake has many different flavors. Dan seiring berjalannya zaman, kue bingka ini sudah dimodifikasi dengan berbagai varian rasa seperti bingka kurma, bingka kismis, bingka nangka, dan bingka keju. Next, please. The next is Wadai Ipau. This Banjaris cake is adapted from Arabic specialties. Ipau consists of several thin layers of flour, filled with pieces of curry meats and vegetable that resemble of lasagna. Sprinkle with fried onions and sliced celery leaves, and then dose it with thick coconut milk, and making this cake is very appetizing. Next, the story of Wadai Ipau. Berdasarkan dari sejarahnya, wadai ini bermula dari kebiasaan orang Banjar yang memanggil nama dengan menambahkan vokal I di depan suku pertama nama orang yang disapa. Misalnya di sini ada Rusda, bisa dipanggil Irus, and then or Hojiyah, Scarlet Ipau, which comes from Arabic. Bisa jadi Ipau itu Pauliyah karena berciri nama Arab. And some people just Ipau is the name of the first person to make the wadai in Banjar. Beberapa orang juga menduga bahwa Ipau ini adalah nama orang pertama yang membuat wadai Ipau ini. And there is another assumption that the word Ipau is a division of the Arabic word upu, which means iris or slice. Next. Wadai Apam Barabai. Named Apam Barabai because this cake comes from the city of Barabai, Hulu Sungai Tengah, South Kalimantan. And in Indonesia, kue apam ini dikenal memiliki berbagai macam nama yang berbeda, seperti di Bugis dikenal sebagai nama apang, di Jawa dikenal sebagai nama apam. And Apam Barabai has a characteristic that is flat in shape, made by steaming and wrapped in banana leaves. And this cake has a sweet taste and soft texture. This cake is made from basic ingredients of rice, flour, cassava, taps, and brown sugar brown sugar of apam habang and white sugar of apam putih. Next. Next, please. And history of apam Barabai. Apam, also known as apam, it is native India. This cake is then known by the public as the apam cake, which is derived from Arabic adaptation afan, which means forgiveness. Jadi tujuan dari adanya wadai apam ini adalah agar masyarakat terdorong selalu memohon ampunan kepada Sang Pencipta dengan membagikan kue apam ini yang menjadi kebiasaan sebagai acara selamatan. Next, please. Next is sari pengantin. Sari pengantin has a sweet and savory taste made from suji leaf water, coconut milk, sugar, rice flour, salt, vanilla, and dye. By mixing everything until evenly distributed and then divided the dough into 3 colors and make this cake has a beautiful colors. And jadi wadai sari pengantin ini memiliki 3 warna, yaitu red symbolizing courage atau keberanian, green symbolizing prosperity atau kemakmuran, and yellow symbolizing glory atau kejayaan. Next, please. History of wadai sari pengantin. In ancient times, sari pengantin cakes were only served to important people, such as royalty. This cake is called sari pengantin because that color resembles the traditional Banjar clothing at the time of marriage. Jadi kue ini disebut sebagai sari pengantin karena memiliki warna yang menyerupai pakaian adat suku Banjar saat perkawinan. Dan tentunya kue ini selalu tersedia pada acara perkawinan masyarakat Banjar. Next. Next is bubur bayak. Bubur bayak is typical cake but shaped and textured like must from such Kalimantan, whose manifesting process goes through sifting or filtering stage. Untuk adonannya sendiri is processed by first making a thick dough, which is made from rice flour, lime water, and salt to taste. Dan untuk kuahnya, this made from brown sugar is boiled until it becomes a liquid sugar water. And for cooking process, after a liquid of sugar water boiling, place in the new fairly without holes in the middle to dry, or sieve the dough until it falls into the sugar water still earlier. Setelah mendidih, meletakkan nyiru jarang. Nyiru jarang ini seperti ini. Apa terlihat? Dia seperti tampah, tapi memiliki lubang-lubang yang jarang untuk mengayak buburnya itu. And leave it for a while. If the dough grains come to the surface, it means it's cooked. And the final step is to add liquid coconut milk to make it more delicious. Biarkan beberapa lama agar apabila butiran adonan tadi timbul ke permukaan air, itu tandanya sudah masak. Langkah akhirnya yaitu menambahkan santan cair agar lebih nikmat. And next, philosophy of bubur baayak. Bubur baayak has the philosophical meaning of the Banjar people, namely the sieving process, which means that in life, there must be a screening, processing, or require a selection process to determine the way of life. Jadi proses pengayakan ini merupakan filosofi orang Banjar, yang berarti di dalam kehidupan pasti ada proses penyaringan atau memerlukan proses seleksi untuk menentukan jalan hidup. Next, please. The last is Wadah Cincin. Wadah Cincin is a traditional Banjar cake that is formed like a ring. Wadah Cincin generally have 4 holes, but there are also 1 holes and are brown in color because they are made from brown sugar, rice flour, and coconut milk, which have delicious and sweet taste. And next. Story of Wadah Cincin. According to history, the 4 holes in this cake means that there are 4 cardinal directions: east, west, north, and south. The 4 directions in life also symbolize the balance and harmony of nature. Jadi di dalam Wadah Cincin ini memiliki 4 lubang yang memiliki makna, yaitu 4 arah dalam kehidupan yang melambangkan keseimbangan dan harmoni alam. Next. All right, that's all from us. Do you have any question?
Ini mau di anu kah? Di end dulu kah? Diparak habis kan? Oke. End dulu lah. Nanti join lagi. Wait.